You lucky devils get the chance to look at another vehicle for our real-world buddy review, Unfiltered review. And it's my favorite vehicle, but before we get started with this 1987 Suzuki Samurai, I need a buddy. Come on, little guy.
Hey, nothing little about this buddy, Nathan. Of course, in this video we're going to attempt a real-world 0 to 60. No idea if we're going to actually get to 60 miles an hour with both of us in the car. We're going to do our road noise test, we're going to do our road bumpiness test, and we're going to try the snarfs test with a little bit different of a method, I think. But that's all coming up next. And what are we going to do at the end?
At the very end, we're going to do buy it, lease it, rent it, or forget it, and I can already tell you my verdict, but you're going to have to wait.
Well, let's start by going under the hood, and I think you should tell them what's under there, so I'll open it.
Remember, it's inside the glove compartment. That's where you have to actually undo it. Guys, this is the pinnacle of Japanese engineering under this hood, because it's a 1.3 liter 4-cylinder engine. And the reason why it's so important is because if you think about cars back in the 80s, a lot of them were slow. I have no idea where the hell it is.
Sometimes it's a little finicky.
Yeah, I don't know why it's moved.
There's also so much stuff.
There it goes. Okay, it was just pinching my finger. Sorry, as I said, the pinnacle of Japanese engineering. 1.3 liter, puts out 60 horsepower and 72 to 76 pound-feet of torque.
Oh, it did put out 60 horsepower. That was in 87.
Yeah, that was back in 1987. Being that we're at high elevation, it depends on, of course, the elevation, but down here where we're just over a mile above sea level, we're going to lose a couple ponies here and there. But the good news is that she runs like a Swiss watch.
Or a Japanese watch.
Like a Seiko, I guess.
Yeah, like this.
All right, far out. We could show them the cargo area, but the problem is, well, come on, let me show you. Because we have the best top, which works really well, by the way, in order for you guys to see this, we have to unbutton all these, unzip all this, and you know what? I think I have a better idea. Let's put our cameraman in the back seat. He'll get a first-hand view. Come on. Come on, guy. Come on. Really awesome.
Hey, do you want me to hold it?
Yeah, you should probably let him pull. Come on, mate.
Gosh, why do I have to do this? Oh, yeah. Look
There
at
we
that.
go.
I like our glove. Watch your foot now. Look at this. You got plenty of space back there. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Yep. Oh, yeah. You know,
first of all, I want to point out something.
Yeah.
This has two theft deterrent systems.
is one of them a manual transmission?
Yep, manual transmission. Very few people can use it. And the other? Well, parking brake doesn't really work. So. Also, gas, we still don't have a gas gauge, but I sloshed it around. I heard a little bit going around in there.
You just went up and pushed it a little bit?
Oh, yeah, half a gallon's all we need, really.
That's true.
And I think our cameraman in the back is making this type of noise.
I think I have my oh shoot handle, Nathan. The classic oh shoot handle.
All right, check this out.
Ah, beautiful.
Porsches don't start like that.
Purrs like a kitten.
Like a kitten.
Give it a little rev. Ooh! Listen to those horses. You know, you could... What is this, Nathan? I think you have to...
That's its good luck charm.
Do you have to wear this while you're driving?
No, I don't think I should be wearing that anymore.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to incur the wrath of certain people.
We'll keep
I kept it up there. And
for good luck and prosperity.
We're waiting for this to acquire a signal. So this is the Solo DL, and this is what we use to measure our 0 to 60, among other things. And 0 to 60 miles per hour, and this is going to be interesting. Because
it might not happen.
it's a really good chance that it's not going to happen in the amount of room that we have. Also, do we have the probe for the...
I have the probe, yes.
Yes.
Of course I have the probe. So once this gets its satellites, we'll be all set to go.
Now, I'm pretty sure that this thing is rated at about 1,000 pounds payload.
So we're
pushing
approaching that with 3 people in here.
Yeah, hopefully the cameraman didn't eat lunch.
Well, Matt, he's a skinny guy. You and I, not so much.
Not so much.
But Matt is pretty skinny.
Yeah, I think poor thing's going to be pushed pretty hard.
Well, while we're waiting, we can talk about the creature comforts and amenities in here. Of course, there's a ashtray.
Which is, if you think about it, really rare nowadays because
Right.
very few people actually use ashtrays.
Don't see many of those. I learned this after my last video with the Samurai. Blowing the air at you actually doesn't provide heat.
Yeah, you have to be in a different mode.
You have to be like blowing it at the windshield to get heat out of it. It's pretty basic in here. This is 1987, right? We're not breaking any new ground here, but it is functional. It's fun. It's hip, and it's time to go.
You said it's hip?
It's hip. Is
Okay.
that what the kids say these days?
Well, gee, I wonder. You tell me.
So Nathan, why do you love the Samurai so much?
Because it's as analog as you can possibly get for an off-road vehicle.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's, I mean, in terms of capability, am I good? I can't see.
Yeah, you're
Pretty
good. You're good.
In terms of capability, it's a very capable little off-roader. When I went to high school, these things were new.
Right.
All right. And I remember going off-road with some buddies in a big Blazer, and one of these things was toddling along. It had pink stripes, I kid you not.
Oh, yeah.
And the couple that was in there was just flying past us on any obstacle we were going on in Gorman.
As is tradition.
Which is where Roman and his son recently did a video with that new Jeep we just got.
Exactly.
New old Jeep,
Yep.
is it? So, yeah.
New to us.
So ever since that day, I was always curious, and I've driven several of these. I just really like their honesty and simplicity, and if you treat them right, they'll run forever. And here's the thing that really gets me. You can buy one of these, even in better condition than this one. This one's in pretty decent condition.
Yeah.
And save so much money over buying a side-by-side ATV or UTV.
It's unreal, actually.
And yet this thing is legal in all 50 states. It'll still fit in the bed of a heavy-duty pickup truck.
True.
So if you're, aiming for a good vehicle for off-roading and you can't afford a side-by-side,
Yeah.
well,
This is
by the way, she's banging her head against.
she's knocking her head a little bit. We'll
Yeah.
get to our bumpiness test in a moment. It's time to see if we can even hit 60 miles an hour in
I'm
the
going to
time
give it
that
a
we
little bit
have.
more of a run up here.
Sure.
Okay.
We got to come to a complete stop before the.
Yeah, I got to let it reset, I
resets.
know.
It'll be
All right.
okay. Floored. I don't think we're gonna hit it. Just bold prediction right away. Great shift though.
Thank you. Come on, baby.
30 approaching. There's 30.
Still 30.
35 into third gear.
It's windy outside. It really is windy
Well, but
outside.
the wind's with us, so we're
Oh.
probably getting boosted by that. We might hit 60 eventually. We're coming up on 50. Oh, into
Fourth gear.
Oh yeah,
Woohoo!
we are
See-
making pace.
This feels kind of like Chuck Yeager flying over the desert trying to hit Mach 1.
Except we're trying to hit the speed limit.
We're going to be there soon. I'm still in fourth.
We're at 56. Is it gonna be over?
Come on!
Come on! Oh, we're going uphill now.
Oh, no.
Oh no. We're slowing down.
55. Damn it!
Oh no, time limit expired. It's taken too long. We haven't hit 60.
No, we're
We gotta do our sound test.
Okay.
Okay, so the combination of road noise and wind noise, we're sitting just under 80 decibels, and I think you can tell we have to speak up a little bit to talk in here.
It's
but-
kind of like having a trumpet blown just a few feet away from you.
Right, but we have our best top. I wasn't hoping for the best in terms of road noise, frankly.
I was really hoping I could make it to 60 before the light.
Well-
I think I could have made it without the wind. Or perhaps just me.
Without the hill, I think the slight uphill killed us there. Now it's time to do our snarfs test, which normally involves pressing a button and going through some menus in the car.
Yeah.
But we don't have that in the Suzuki.
So?
Instead, what we have is a friend with a phone who can just look up things by using, I don't know, Google Assistant perhaps. So
Fired up.
snarfs sandwiches. Oh, look at that.
I think this beat the Mercedes.
I think this is by far the best result we've ever had on the snarfs test.
Yep.
Because we already have directions there. So
The car's a winner, I'm telling you.
maybe that's cheating the system a little bit,
Ah, phooey.
but you can always just use your phone as long as you're not driving.
The wind is really bad today.
The wind is giving us a bit of a hard time
It's
here.
kind of shoving you all over the highway.
You know, I had a lot of expectations when we were going to do this buddy review, and many of them are being met, if not surpassed. Yeah. This is really something.
You have no idea how hard it's about to get.
Oh man, we're not even on the bumpy portion of the test yet. So of course we have our hula girl here on the dashboard.
She's gonna get a concussion slamming on the way.
She's gonna start dancing, and we rate her on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 is she's not dancing at all. 10, she's dancing her little bikini skirt off. And a 10 is a bad score. So you want a good ride, you want a low score. And once we get up to the bumpy section here, we'll see how she does. I'm suspecting that it's going to be a hard day. She's already hitting her head. Okay, so this is the bumpy section.
That clicking you're hearing is her slamming her head against the windshield.
I would say at the point that you're slamming your head on glass, you're probably at about a 10.
I'm sorry.
8 and 9? Maybe we can be...
Well, let's see here. We're getting to really... Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Whoa, okay.
All right.
You know what? She's banging her head, so it's not fair. She's not really shot. But considering the fact that she has a class 3 concussion, I think we can safely say that this is a little bit harder riding than, say, I don't know, the Lexus we recently drove.
I think this might be the first 10 on the hula
I'm going to give it a 9.
A 9?
Okay. Hell with you. I give it a 9.
We'll average to a 9.5.
Okay. Well,
but that's not the point either, right? I mean, the Suzuki, it has a little bit of a bouncy ride. It's a very short wheelbase.
And it has leaf springs.
It has leaf springs.
Solid axles.
So, you know, we're not we're not expecting anything amazing out of the ride here.
This is a Cadillac to me right now. This is like a 1.
This is great. When the road is smooth, things are good.
Oh, the wind's hitting us.
We're getting blown a little bit by the wind.
Come on, baby. There we go. She's all right.
Yeah, we're up to speed.
4th gear, baby.
We are going the speed limit-ish. Yeah, we're... So actually, I am pretty impressed when you're not trying to get on the highway how well it does around town. I mean,
around town, it'll keep up with traffic, no problem.
It's totally slow, but it does get you up to speed, even with 3 people in the car.
You have to think ahead.
Yeah, you do.
You know, in terms of what you need to do, and if you're going to pass somebody,
which you're not,
but no, never mind.
You can hope to pass someone. It's just not going to go over.
It's not going to really go over. But see, here's the thing you guys need to know. This vehicle is going to be one of 3 that's going on a very special mission to Moab, Utah, very soon. But I can only tell you that. So keep that in mind. I am so excited about it. One of our viewers actually said that my enthusiasm about things seems fake.
Yeah.
It ain't fake, baby.
No, you can't fake this.
No, you can't fake it. No, not at all.
No, Nathan is way too excited. But I applaud your
thing.
Enthusiasm. I mean, it's fun to see someone love a car so much.
I really would like to fix the seat so I'm not sitting like I'm at a gynecologist's office. Honestly,
yeah, it's a little awkward. And obviously, we're both big dudes. We're rubbing shoulders a little bit.
Yeah, when I tested this thing with Roman,
you got to know him a little better than you previously
our arm
did.
hair entangled.
It was pretty. Never entangled arm hair with another man.
Nope, never want to do that.
That's a bold maneuver. But the Samurai it has so much to love, you know?
It's got so much character.
It's got so much character. Who cares that it's slow? Who cares that it's bumpy? Who cares that it's loud? You can take it off-road. I mean, you demolished Goldmine Hill in this thing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Without an issue, really.
But to be fair, I had to actually take it in a much different way because it was going to slip otherwise.
Well, it was very icy, so to the Suzuki's credit, it still did it. Oh, yeah. Even in pretty harsh conditions.
Yeah. And it showed something that this vehicle has that's unique over modern vehicles. It is so small, so narrow, that it can actually choose a path that's very different than your modern day off-roader.
Oh, yeah.
Especially something like, I don't know, Ford Raptor.
Right. Yeah. The Raptor and this have little in common other than 4x4. That's about it.
Well, this could go up a walking path, basically, whereas the Raptor can.
Yeah.
So, there you go. So it's superior than a Raptor, over a Raptor.
That is a bold claim.
It's a hell of a statement.
I'm sure you're going to have some people in the comments.
No, nobody's going to question that. But here's the other thing about this. It's a great vehicle to learn how to drive a stick. It's a great vehicle to learn how to repair a vehicle.
Yeah,
it has so much. It's so simple. It just does everything very well.
This one has a little bit of rust here and there, but not bad.
Patina.
Right?
It's patina.
But what I have to say is that this one's transmission is butter smooth.
Excellent transmission.
It drives really nicely, actually, for considering how old it is and how we got it. I'm really impressed with this little Samurai. So of course, it's just about time to hop out and give it a rating. Although I'm sure you guys probably have already figured out how we're gonna rate the little Suzuki, but
Yeah.
we need to do that for our viewers, Nathan. We have to be
You know what?
complete.
Magnanimous.
And also we have to help Matt out of the back because he's definitely a little
Our
bit
poor
stuck back there.
cameraman. He will never get out without help.
No, he won't. Pretty easy process though. You just lift this little handle right here, and then it shoots forward. It looked like it was fairly easy to get in and out.
There we go.
Look at that. Matt's on camera. Whoa, and he's gone. Okay, Nathan.
Like a drum.
Buy it, lease it, rent it,
Buy
or
it.
forget it. Okay.
Buy it, buy it. You can't do better than this in terms of basic off-roading, and you cannot buy a side-by-side new or anything even close to this for, what did we get this thing
Like
for, 26?
A little under, I think around 3, under 4.
It was
under 4 grand for sure. It was really inexpensive. So, because of all the reasons you mentioned, and because, you know, I think the 80s are really in right now. This has the styling, it has the look, it has the character, all for a pretty inexpensive price, and you can take it on some really fun trails. I say buy it too. If you can find a clean one, go ahead and pick it up for yourself. For the Fastlane Car, I'm Mike Curtis.
And I'm Nathan Adlin.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to stay tuned to TFLcar.com for more news, views, and real-world, unfiltered buddy reviews just like this one.
Arigato.